It is Monday at 2 o'clock. They said it was supposed to start getting pretty bad about 3. And things are about to get pretty interesting around here, y'all. So, stay tuned. Oh my goodness. You coming, Wiley? Are you coming or not, Wiley, still? Are you coming? No? Smart decision. Y'all. This whole sidewalk was cleared off like 2 hours ago. So look how deep Moxie's in it. Oh my goodness. We have not had this much snow in a long time. It was just wild. What do you think? Are you going, Wiley? You don't have to. Oh. Hop down there. Hi guys, I got inside and got a little dried off, and I really just wanted to talk to you guys about some things that had happened outside. When you're recording in 10-degree weather, you don't stop, you just keep going. So I felt like that I couldn't really do all the talking and explaining that I wanted to do. So Dylan was outside shoveling, and we saw our mail lady approaching, so we went out and we checked the mail, and I got a nice little workout, and which is why you can see by my rosy red cheeks that walking in snow, in some places it's 9 inches, the biggest that we measured was actually 13, and walking in snow is a workout. So something happened today and it really stinks. I hate to even talk about it, but I really want to be transparent with you guys. Over the last 36 hours, we lost 9 chickens of our baby chicks. And about last week, we had noticed some more signs of Coccidiosis. And some simple signs that you can tell of that is they call it runny butt or even bloody poop, where you can tell that their poop is extremely watery. It's runny. It's not the way that typical chicken poop looks like. And sometimes it can even have some little spots of blood in it. It can almost be like butterscotch color, and you can tell by looking at it like something's different. Something isn't right. And so that's the sign of Coccidiosis. So first I upped their hydrogen. I've previously been giving them apple cider vinegar every water and then hydrogen every other. I added more hydrogen that is full of vitamins, probiotics, electrolytes, and that's a really good way to just help them boost it. What Coccidiosis is it's actually an intestinal tract infection, and coccidia is it's a single-celled organism, like a bacteria, that gets in there, and it just basically wreaks havoc. It can happen in chickens, dogs, cows. I mean, it happens in animals. And so it can really wipe out a lot of baby chicks. And so it stinks. The whole thing just stinks, and I really hate talking about it. So last week we had lost... The first week we lost 4 chickens. The next week we lost I think 5 or 6 chickens, and that's when we noticed really we had a problem. So they were on medicated feed, and we only planned to put them on medicated feed for 4 weeks. And right now, in 2 days, they'll be 3 weeks old. So we put them on medicated feed, and then, like I said, up the Hydra Hen, have apple cider vinegar, also give them vitamin B12 and K, also sometimes known as rooster booster, put it in their water. And we were really hoping that that would kick it for them, because these chickens are being raised to be processed for meat. And so we've really been trying to do everything as natural as we can, because that's the kind of meat that we want to have. That's the kind of meat that we've offered to our friends and family. And so it's really important to us that we try our darndest to have as little chemicals, as little external intervention with them as possible. But of course, we can't just let them all die either. So we have decided to add Corrid to their water, and I really mostly wanted to make this to explain what Corrid even is. It is not an antibiotic. It is actually a thiamine blocker, and coccidia, they thrive off of thiamine, and so that's what, without the thiamine, they cannot reproduce and multiply inside the intestinal tract, and so it actually helps basically starve them. And it kicks the coccidiosis. Now, it can happen in adult chickens, but they pretty much become immune to it. So like that coccidia can be present, but it's not going to be killing those chickens. It's the baby chicks that it affects the most. So one more thing that I actually wanted to touch on was that I think a lot of people will probably jump to the conclusion that the cold is what has killed the chicks, and it really isn't. Now, if it was sunny and 75, would the chicks be able to fight a disease better? Sure. I mean, I'm sure any animal would. Winter is harder on animals sometimes. So, I mean, you're more likely to have a chicken die in the heat than you are of the cold. A lot of chickens are very hardy. They were designed that way, that they have plenty of down feathers to keep them warm. So the cold is not actually the factor that killed them. They do have coccidiosis that is present, and if it was warm, would it help them? Sure, but that's not actually what's killing the chicks. So we are going to be treating them with Corrid, with the vitamins, with the Hydra Hen, and there is no like egg withdrawal. There's no set time that you are not supposed to give Corrid and then like say, hey, you can't eat this chicken for 2 days, or you can't eat their eggs for 2 weeks. There is no withdrawal time with Corrid. Corrid also goes by the name Amprolium, just in case you're kind of thinking, Corrid. Some people do know it by Amprolium. I think that's the scientific name, and Corrid's just the drug name. I'm not sure how that works, but it has an alias. And so Corrid and Amprolium are the same thing, and they both treat coccidiosis. And where was I going with that? I don't know. So we are trying as hard as we can to keep these babies alive, raise them naturally, fill our freezers here in about 5 weeks. And so that's where I was going with that, egg withdrawal. So the FDA has decided that Corrid is safe for consumption. So there is no withdrawal period, like I'd said, which basically means that an animal could be given Corrid and then it could be processed 2 days later because the FDA feels that it's safe. I don't feel that comfortable giving anything to my food that close to, like processing. However, these chickens are only 3 weeks old, and we plan to process them at 8 weeks old. So that's 5 weeks. So I'm hoping that within this next week, we can really kick it, and then we can start getting these chickens in the tractor if the snow will ever melt, and getting them eating grass and greens and things. Even if they can't get out in the tractor, we will be getting them greens and lettuce, green beans, just like different vegetables and things that we can, so that they have a little bit more than just their grain feed. And we'll do what we got to do, just trying to keep them as healthy and natural as possible. I just wanted to reach out to you guys, let you know what CORID is. Sometimes it's a really crappy fact of the matter that death and even sometimes like a large loss, it happens. It happens in raising chickens. It especially happens when you're raising the breed that we are. We were warned this, you know, like I said, with the Cornish Cross, but I just didn't think it would be that hard. So I think in the future we are going to actually get a heritage breed of a chicken, maybe a Freedom Ranger. I've heard good things about Australorps, some type of multi-purpose bird so that we can actually hatch them ourselves. We don't have to worry about shipping them, because that made me a ball of nerves. I hated it. I think, oh, are my babies warm? Are they okay? Like, I don't know. It just made me so nervous. So I would love to be able to hatch our own chickens. If we were to get a different type of breed, they wouldn't be quite as quick growing. So the Cornish Cross are designed to be finished in 8 weeks. They're actually a hybrid. They're a cross of 2 chickens that makes them grow fast, have a large production of meat. But there's some other breeds that might take a little bit slower. They might take a little bit longer, but they have maybe even a better meat production, as well as they're more durable. They are less likely to disease. Cornish Cross can actually grow so fast, so big, that like their legs, they can have a lot of trouble with their legs, and so that's why they're designed to be finished in 8 weeks, because they live much longer than that, and it's not good for them. Gallon Benny's out there. Michael Jordan's out here dribbling the ball in the hallway. Gallon Benny! Don't mind me and my children. I'm really sorry. It's a snow day. We're all cooped up inside the house. I'm sorry, I'm still wearing my coop clothes. But I really wanted to get on here and be transparent with you guys that this is just something that happens. It stinks. I wish it were different, but it is a fact of the matter. And it's just a part of raising livestock. And so we're going to try to learn as much as we can, keep doing better, and keep going on trying to raise these chickens natural, happy, and healthy as much as we can. As always, thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. Subscribe to our YouTube channel. You can also find us on Facebook, Instagram, and Pinterest, all at the handle name of Thankful Roots, as well as visit our website at www.thankfulrootsdalrymplefarms. I really hope this video was helpful, that you learned a little bit about Coccidiosis and Cornish Cross chickens. Now, if you guys don't mind, I'm going to go de-thaw my toes in front of the fireplace, and I'll see you next time.